now we're going to do a brief history in time. All of you who are listening, and listen to me speak fluently about the possibility of the scientific confrontation of the off night as a phenomenon found in research of physics of the twilight zone, a fifth dimension not known, that we could actually possibly have 5 guys that could speak clearly in robot form. I'm told that I'm speaking like a robot because my sound is a robotic form. But I want to let you know, this is the off night. We're back again. And if my voice sounds like a robot, I am sorry. I'm just doing my, AI and preparing to talk AI for the future overlords. Okay. But first, our now present overlord, please welcome Mr. Mark Sweetman.
Hey. Good to see everybody. Thank you, Andy. Oh, let me get Andy back in here. Thanks for that great introduction. Now, we're going to go back and listen to this on the YouTube rebroadcast to hear how that
Very nice.
To hear how that sounds.
Okay.
Because I don't know how much longer I can do this with the low quality.
Oh yeah, we got to find higher quality here. Yeah, we got to. It's been 2 years. And it's like we were. We've been hanging out in the.
I hate to break it, Andy. I hate to break it to you. It's been 3 years. We're doing this in 2020. It's 2023 now.
Well, 62 is the new 72. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like.
All right, whatever. So how you been?
Been pretty good. I've been running around a lot lately. Got a project in the work. Oh, I went to see the Lions preseason game.
And your assessment of our hometown heroes?
Well, I tell you, the B squad looks good. They won, and that we had one thrilling moment. I don't know how the run back all the way for the touchdown. That was really good. Alexander, I think, is the guy who did it. I'm pretty sure. Number 15, and it looks pretty good. The guys look great. And the reason I went, there were $10 tickets.
Oh, well, that's a good thing right there.
So I got 3 $10 tickets. That's great.
Now, did you hear anything about the kerfuffle with the break-in on the local broadcast with the weather, with the 50-minute weather announcement?
No, I did not. Hear about that.
And basically what I heard about it was a new weather girl on Channel 2 who did the local broadcast here, Fox 2. Mm-hmm. And she was on for 50 minutes, and people were livid because, which, to tell you the truth, it was a preseason game. I mean,
yeah.
It's not like they interrupted the AFC Championship for Heidi. Two different animals here. I mean,
that's true. Well, actually, she may have been asked to do it because the first quarter they were losing to the New York Giants. So they may have been trying to because we know how basically how hyped up people are about the Lions right now. They have what? All the season tickets have been bought.
I don't make it sound like it's just the New York Giants. The New York Giants have won more playoff games in the last year than the Lions have won in the last 32.
I agree. But everybody's what we said. All the season tickets have been sold. They're hyped up. I would like to find out how many people are putting money down on the Super Bowl for the Lions. That's what I want to know about.
I've heard they're Vegas as favorites right now, not because they think they're going to win it, but because the odds are the amount that you would win with a bet on the Lions is so great this year that they got of all the long shots, they got the best shot of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody's putting on.
Of all the people that aren't going to win it, they have the best chance.
They have the best chance, and it's like, and I'm sure there's guys sweating in Las Vegas, kind of go like, I don't know what's going to happen here, we can't keep betting this. It's like, oh my God, we could go broke.
Was the stadium alive? I mean, I heard they sold out every game so far this year. Before they even started the season, they sold out every game. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was pretty sold out. It was packed.
Wow. Wow.
And we were of course in the nosebleed seats of $10, and that was way in the south end there, but it was pretty good.
Right.
You could see.
Now, how much was parking? Because I know the parking lots down there kind of gouge people whenever there's a big event.
Well, I would probably say, all right, this is what happened. So I usually use the space right next to the State Theater, and the comedy show is right there, where the old Second City used to be. So I park in that structure there.
Right.
And during the Tiger game, it was $25.
All right.
And so I was kind of coming in. I know that was kind of expensive, but I thought it would be the same thing. So when I got up the front of the line, it was $50.
Yeah.
And I couldn't pull up, but I kind of go, it's only $30 that I paid, so it's still $80. It's still less than when I paid for the Lions ticket last year. So
yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's get Susan out here. I want her to read her poem. I don't know. She's not with me tonight, so she's doing this. I'll Andy Jensen actually. It's a road gig now for Susan for this particular episode. Let me get her out here, and we'll have her read her poem, and then we can dismiss her, and we can go on with our show. Hi, Susan.
I won't be dismissed.
I know that. That does not need to be said. We all know that. Yeah, come home and fix my phone. Anyway, I'm kidding, of course. I'm a big boy. I can throw my phone out just like anybody else. I can throw my phone against the wall as good as anybody. I don't need you.
You want your poem or not? We can keep talking.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Read your poem.
I'm not just reading it. I actually wrote it.
All right.
Very nice.
All right, here we go. The island of Maui, Hawaii is on fire. In Paris, Notre Dame is getting 2 new spires. Robbie Robertson died. He was 80 years young. Ecuador candidate assassinated before his race could be won. U.S. is out of the Women's World Cup. Don't pop a cork. There was also a bad shark attack in New York. Paramount is selling publisher Simon & Schuster, and a Twitch streamer was charged as a riot inducer.
All right.
Back to your poem with the news of the week.
That was an awesome poem, Susan. Thank you so much.
Mark gave me some news stories this week to put on your.
And I gave it to you 2 days ahead of time too. So
nice.
1 day ahead of time. 1 day ahead of time.
1 day. Well, it seemed like I wrote it 2 days ahead of time. I wrote it 2 days ahead of time. I gave it to you 1 day ahead of time. I guess is how that works out.
You gave me some news stories yesterday, and I created your poem, and I hope you liked it. Thank you.
I think. Okay. All right. Now in Sweetman
family. Back on. I want to say hello.
What's that? You want everybody on so you can say hello? Let me bring
say hello to everybody. Yeah.
All right. So here's
Hi,
here's
Andy.
Sam. Okay.
Hi.
There's Andy. We know Andy. Here comes Sam. Oh, Sam's not there. Let me go back. Oh, there he is. There he is.
There he is.
Susan wanted to say hello before she signed off.
Hi, Susan.
All right. Okay. And then here comes Jason. Here's Jason for you to say hello to.
Jason.
Hi, Susan. Nice poem.
Susan. Looks like
and finally, Wesley is with us tonight. So are you going to abandon us, Susan, and we'll be all white guys again?
The hell?
We're not going to have any women on the show. So.
There we go. Well, hi, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
So if you have news stories you want in the poem, just try and get them to me, and I'll do my best. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I love how she's channeling something between Louise Lasser and Lorraine Newman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought she kind of looked like Lady Godiva there. That sort of long hair.
Oh, with the hair down over her front. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
I miss Lorraine Newman. What is she doing these days?
Who's that?
Who?
Lorraine Newman.
She
Lorraine
picks up
Newman,
a part every now and then.
I saw a lot of Lorraine Newman. I saw a YouTube clip with her sister because they were both friends of Pee Wee Herman's, and they did a nice little memorial interview with each other. That was kind of nice.
She picks up a movie part every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd see her occasionally on Murphy Brown and 30 Rock and things like that. She's around. I mean, she's
Well, I
working
mean,
still.
Jane and Gilda got all the press, but Lorraine was always the one who could get some of the sly sort of stuff in there.
Whenever they had her on Weekend Update, where she was playing the reporter on the ground,
Yes.
and she did that voice that reporters always do. she did that. I mean, she basically overplayed that inflection so much that I think some real reporters, actually started copying her, rather than other reporters.
Oh God.
Well, maybe you can reach out and get her on your show, Mark.
We can only ask.
Hey, I'd be happy.
When you don't ask somebody, the answer is always no.
No, yeah.
True.
Well, it's good to see everybody.
Good to
Bye.
see you.
Okay.
Nice poem.
Bye.
I mean, we know
Come home and fix my phone.
There's no way Jane Curtin would ever grace us with her presence. So
Jane, you ignorant slut. one of the great lines from the 70s that could never be repeated now because it is just not politically correct. That was just so funny though, because you knew the counterpoint that they were mimicking.
Well, Shana Alexander and
Shana
James.
Alexander, and who was the guy that was on it?
I can't remember. He was a crusty old dude who was about 10 million years
Dan
old.
Aykroyd.
What was his name?
That was Dan Aykroyd.
No,
the guy they were parodying. It was Shana Alexander. They were on 60 Minutes. Shana Alexander.
Yeah. Right. And it was James somebody. I can't.
Yeah. Anyway, because you knew that's what he was thinking when he was counterpoint with Shana Alexander.
Right.
But he couldn't say it, but they could say it on SNL, so that worked out great.
You ignorant slut.
Jane, you ignorant slut. Yeah, that just.
Shana Alexander.
But then, what people forget is that Jane Curtin would absolutely destroy Dan Aykroyd for several minutes before he would come back with that. Yeah, what can I say? It was the 70s. It'll never happen like that again.
Nope, 70s is when they had
those were the good old days of Saturday Night Live. Well,
What did you say, Mark?
Yes.
Mark, what did you say?
I didn't say anything. You must have heard something else.
Oh, okay.
Unless you were hearing my wind impression.
Yes. Okay.
Oh dear.
So did you hear about the plane crash in Ipsy?
James J. Kilpatrick.
Yes.
What was his name?
James J. Kilpatrick.
Oh, that was it.
Yes.
Kilpatrick. Yeah, that's right. Crusty old man.
Yes.
I just want to tell you something. Now that I've sold my slaves.
Wasn't he with the Edgar Murrow boys? Was that one of the Murrow boys?
Wasn't he one of the what?
The Edgar R. Murrow award boys from
no, he wasn't one of the,
World War II?
No. It was Edward R. Murrow, Eric Severai, Charles Collingwood.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't James J. Kilpatrick.
Kilpatrick was more of a writer. I used to read his columns.
He wrote for the Washington Post.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a big he's a very, very conservative, Southern conservative. Jesus, I look like I just called. Look at my face. I look like I called Ali a coon. My God. Oh my God.
Oh God.
Look at me, Jesus.
What are you doing wearing glasses, Sam?
Well,
what are you doing wearing glasses? I thought you didn't have to do that anymore.
No. This is just for reading. Just for these are like $7. I mean, this is just for close and stuff.
Talk about a durable good. I mean, that's it.
But this is the first time. I love saying this because I'm older than everyone in this goddamn room. But this is the first time I have not had to wear glasses in 73 years.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I started wearing them when I was 2 years old.
See, if you just listened to your mom and
Wow.
quit doing that thing you were doing, then your vision would not have been as severely impacted.
Can I do it till I need glasses? Yeah.
Can I do it till I need glasses?
Afraid it's a little late for that. You know, it's like
I said to Barbara, I said, now that I can see clearly, I'm having second thoughts about our relationship.
Trying to find some young chicks.
Oh, that reminds me. You guys don't know him, but my brother had a guy that he worked for that had he had like 3 wives, not at the same time, but he had been married like 3 times, and each one of them he bought him a tit job. Each one of his wives, he got their breasts enhanced.
Did they want one? Did they want one, or did he say, "I'm going to get
you"? He basically, it was his idea, and they, of course, were in love, so they went for it. And I guess, I don't know if it was his second or his third wife, I can't remember, because this is my brother telling the story. He said she gets done with the surgery, she's done with recovery, the bandages come off, and he looks at her and he goes, "I guess that wasn't it."
Oh man! Oh my God!
I know the guy, so it's I don't know, it's not funny because it's a horrible thing to say, but it's funny.
It is funny because it's a horrible thing to say.
It is funny because it's a horrible thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
I guess that was
funny and not for the exact same reason.
Do you like me now, honey? Well, relative to what?
Yeah, I guess that wasn't it.
It's even worse when you're looking in the mirror and you realize you've grown a pair on your own, and you're not exactly certain how you did it, but yet here they are staring back at you.
Yeah, what's your Hooters line, Jason? Don't you do a line about working for Hooters or something?
I certainly have made many an illusion about swinging around a metal pole and learning how to count paper money. Various skills that we learned at family get-togethers. Oh no, what was the oh yeah, I used to do one about swinging around the pole at Chuck E. Cheese. Until sadly they find out that the pole isn't as well connected to the ground as it should be, and and that's when a man like me.
I have one line, a Hooters line. It was basically, it's if I lose 50 pounds, I'll be working at Hooters.
Yeah, I remember that.
Andy's got the line. That's it.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I say, hey, eyes up here, buddy. Eyes up here. You know.
Yeah, there's the reason. Yeah, why my niece is still angry with me for spoiling her birthday party. And it's like, listen, I paid for therapy for 3 weeks. Get over it, kid. I've been going to the gym every day for the better part of 15 years now, and I've changed some things around. I've lost over 100 pounds of pure fat, but I still look like 300 pounds of chewed bubble gum. And it's just like you look in the mirror, and one day you just realize, you ain't never going to look good with no clothes on. That's all I ever wanted, was just look somewhat passable. Not quite like the David statue, although it would be nice to look like the David statue with a huge cock. That would be pretty much.
You mean you weren't even you were never espoused as a kid?
As a young man, I didn't do so bad for myself, but I grew up in a house with a bunch of athletic people, and I was the sort of like a sloth, if you will. Both my brothers were hockey players and football and baseball players. I was sort of the tubby little faggot kid. Spent way too much time reading and hanging around bus stops and truck stops and making extra money that way. And then
so you were a transportation expert.
There we go.
Absolutely, yeah. Hey, mister, want to go around the world? $50.
Wow, it's David Niven. Thank you, Jason.
Oh God. I love a good David Niven drop. Who doesn't? I mean, come on.
David Niven and Cantinflas.
Oh God.
So
did you see that article about the family in The Blind Side?
No. What now?
The what side?
It turns out that they never adopted him.
Right.
That they named him in a conservatorship,
Right.
and that he got no money.
Oh dear.
And
From the story?
the movie made $300 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
And
I hope.
he got no money. But let me say this: he was a professional football player.
Well, you should be okay.
He was making $3 to $5 million a year.
You know what?
So
He
the pity party was been canceled.
Yeah.
He played
And they
pretty
took him
he-
from dire circumstances and put him in a beautiful, beautiful home. So, pick up the rosin bag and get a grip, Chubby. I mean, come on.
I went to school with a guy who ended up playing for both Michigan, as well as had a career in the NFL, and he made $9 million back when that was good money.
Mhm.
And I remember I was.
It's pretty good money now.
It's good money now. It was great money back then, and I remember I was managing a Domino's Pizza at the time, and he was in the management training program. Like, Keith, what? He's like, man, 2 girlfriends, 3 baby mamas, money's all gone.
So he was a family man.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
exactly, and not in a Manson or Corleone kind of way either. I mean, at least those guys got some publishing rights or something.
There was a guy I went to elementary school with, junior high, and high school. His name was Roland Merritt. And Roland Merritt was drafted by Washington football team. And he came into the league when Vince Lombardi took over Washington.
Right.
And then he broke his wrist. And the next year, Lombardi was only there for 1 year. Lombardi died. And he broke his wrist, and they cut him. So I saw him about 10 years after that. And I said, "What are you doing now?" He said, "I'm a dentist." And I said, "Do you miss football?" He said, No. He said, "You know how many guys I played ball with who are like walking with a limp and they're 29 years old?" He said, "Oh, no, I'm fine." And here's the thing. I don't want to say he came from a good family, but he was a dentist, and his sister, Darlene, was an opera singer with the St. Louis Opera Company.
Oh, wow.
So, losers.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Washington, Sam, you might know more about this than I do. What's going on? I hear the team is up for sale again.
What the Redskins?
The team formerly known as the Redskins. Yeah.
They were sold for $6 billion.
Jesus Christ.
No,
Billion?
he wasn't. He didn't buy them. It was a guy.
Jesus doesn't.
But the guy who owns them also owns the New Jersey Devils,
Right.
and he owns and I think he owns. Excuse me. He owns another. I think he owns the Milwaukee Bucks. He owns 3 professional teams, and he said the thing that makes me happy is, number one, he's not Dan Snyder, who's the worst owner in professional football. But 2, he said one of the first things he's going to do is change the name of the team.
Well, that's my next question, because, well, first off, if you're going to change the Milwaukee Bucks, really? I mean,
I never understood that either. Yeah, because they literally mean like deer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but Buck we know
It's
has
the
another.
Philadelphia 76ers, Sam.
Is that who? Yeah.
Okay.
So he owns
The Devils,
some very successful franchises,
and the Commanders.
Okay, but if he's going to change the name from the Commanders is god awful name. I don't like it, but at this point, why not just stick with it?
You know what? When the Cleveland
hate it.
Browns became the Baltimore Ravens, I thought that was horrible, but I got used to it.
Yeah.
Well, the Commanders.
You know why they're called the Ravens, right?
The Ravens are the old Cleveland Browns.
But you know why they're called the Ravens, don't you?
Yeah,
Edgar Allan Poe, right?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe, exactly.
So, that made sense.
Well,
Right.
plus, you know what? The Browns didn't win any Super Bowls, and the Ravens have won 2. So, the Ravens it is.
I can see them changing the name because the Commanders goes easily to commies,
Yeah. Well, the Washington John Wilkes Booths is a little much to say. You know,
Well,
that's
the Roy Cohen's was definitely a walk.
I love the Roy Cohen.
The Washington Cones. There we go. Yeah.
You don't want to see a headline that says the Cohens blew it. You know, you don't.
You know, they could be the Senators, the Ambassadors.
Well, the Senators was the baseball team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't
Ambassadors isn't bad.
That's cool.
Ambassadors isn't bad. Coke addicted representatives is not bad. But you know, here's
the
what
Washington
people.
Felons. That's it. The Washington Felons. There we go.
Yeah, you go. I'll tell you what people really want them to do. I don't think they're.
How about
gonna
the
do it.
lobbyists? Call them the Washington lobbyists.
Call them the
That would be good.
Yeah, that's just what Washington needs is another fucking lobbyist.
I think personally, I think they should call them the Whigs. The Washington Whigs.
The Whigs.
Gee, and how old are we? What's the average age in the room now? What 307?
Well, if I
Thank you.
leave, it drops drastically, and I'm not leaving.
And Andy Jensen, who still has the warranty card for dirt. I mean,
Yes.
Hey,
Well, I was friends with Jefferson. We talked about the Whigs all the time. You know.
Am I old? Are you? I'm the
here's
one
the
who
thing
told
about the
Jesus,
Commanders.
no ID, no wine.
Even if they change their names from the Commanders, that doesn't change the fact that they still are going to have the worst stadium in the NFL.
Well, but see, this is what people want them to do. They want them to move back into RFK.
that's not possible. That stadium is too decrepit. It's been.
Let me ask you a
ignored
question. What would cost
Yeah.
more, to refurbish that stadium or to build a new one?
Refurbish.
Probably
No,
to
to build a new
refurbish.
one would cost
You
more.
think it would cost more to refurbish?
I do. I think they would be.
They'd
It
have
would
to
be.
refurbish it for the 2020s. You can't refurbish it for back to the 1960s.
If you take that stadium down and put a new one up where it's standing, you also have a new depreciation schedule, and you should be able to amortize and push that cost out for a while. No, I
I'm gonna
think
tell you
you're
something.
better off. You're
When
better off building
Washington
new.
played Dallas, those games, you could feel that. You could actually feel that stadium vibrate.
Oh, I know. That's what I love about old stadiums. I mean, I love the character of old stadiums. I can't stand these new palaces where people go to watch.
You know
a
what I
game.
hate about them?
Well, if you're going to the Lions, you're not seeing a palace. I can tell you that.
No. The thing I hate about these new stadiums is when you're standing outside, they look like a really modern CVS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're absolutely right.
They
have
really
no
do. It looks like a drugstore with an attitude.
Exactly. I'll say you're correct. You just described the Lions Stadium. There you go.
No, I mean I love us. I was pissed and I hate the Yankees with a passion. But when they tore down Yankee Stadium, it's like you can't tear down Yankee Stadium. And they're like, well, yeah, watch this. You know, I mean.
Yeah, they made it bigger and better, but kept the flavor of it.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess, you know, but I mean that to me is like an iconic place in American history. How many
I'll
times
tell you
have
what's
we?
a great stadium is the
Right.
Mets Stadium, Citi Field. That's a great stadium.
Where did they play originally? That's
Shea
not
Stadium.
Shea Stadium. That's right. Yeah.
Named after William J. Shea, who was
Right.
a powerful attorney in New York.
Right.
Yeah. And then they changed it to, I think the next name was Citi Field, I think.
Okay.
Which people now, because of the Mets record, are calling it Shitty Field.
Well,
you saw what the
no.
Braves did to them this week, didn't you?
no, I can't. I don't watch.
21-3.
That's a football score.
That's what I kept telling them.
Yeah, that's a
Well, I
football
knew something
score.
was. This is how bad it was. A guy pitched in that game. A guy pitched for the Atlanta Braves, who was a substitute school teacher, who they brought into the game. I'm serious. Brought into the game and said, "Hey, would you like to pitch an inning?" Sure. And they couldn't hit him.
Oh
But
man,
that's the reason. That's the reason Mark Scherzer, what's his name, Max Scherzer left, because
Well,
they told him it's going to be a rebuilding year, and he said bye.
Well, yeah, I don't blame Scherzer for that, but we have something similar here with the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons, which was one of the greatest franchises in sports, not just basketball, but sports. They were sold because the old owner passed away. They were sold to this new guy who's a venture cap. I should say a vulture cap dude. He doesn't give a damn about that. He sold the old stadium. Now they're sharing the stadium with the Red Wings. They are constantly crap because guess what? When you're making money off the TV contracts, having a good team is actually you lose money because you have to pay people. Here, all you need to do is get some tomatoes to put on a Pistons jersey, get some level of participation from the fans,
Well,
and
that's
you're
what,
making billions.
well, that's what you can say about the Cowboys. The Cowboys haven't been in the Super Bowl in is it almost 27 years?
Well,
But
you know Jerry's got to go. You know Jerry is the
Well, you know,
problem with
see,
that.
the
as long
Pistons,
as he is the general
Pistons,
manager of that team, they're not going to win.
the Pistons have as many NBA championships as the Cowboys have Super Bowl
Right.
champions.
There was a
Mhm.
time they were one of the greatest
Is that true?
franchises. Yes.
Yes, the Cowboys only have. I think the Cowboys only have 3, and that's what the Pistons have.
And the Pistons, there was a time the Pistons was one of the hardest tickets in town to get. Every game
Yeah, because
sold out.
they were breaking records. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, every game they were fun to watch. It
I
was great
think
to go them.
I think the Cowboys have 4 because
Dude.
didn't they beat the Denver Broncos 35-10 when Tom Landry was there?
Yeah.
And they beat the Dolphins 24-3.
Wasn't that when they had John Elway and they
And
said
then
John Elway couldn't get?
Now, how many did they have when they had Jimmy Johnson as their coach? Only 1.
They had 2, and then
2, oh,
Barry
all right.
Switzer, and then and then Barry Switzer took over
Had
the team,
1.
and he won 1.
Right.
But they had 1 when Butch Johnson was a wide receiver for them. They have at least 4.
Okay.
That is the best gay porn name ever.
So
Butch
they
Johnson,
have 4,
wide
Butch
receiver.
Johnson.
4, and New England has 6. Is that where we're at now? Pittsburgh and Dallas both have 4, and New England has 6.
Pittsburgh has more than 4.
Do they?
Yes,
Yes, they got
they had
5
4.
because I
They
know
had
it's
4 under Chuck Noll, but they
yeah,
also
and then they got one with Steve O'Donnell and one
they
with
had one with Tomlin.
yeah, and with Roethlisberger when he could be
No, they
coached
had-
out of the
That was
closet
Tomlin when Tomlin was the coach.
coach. Yeah, yeah.
Cowher. Bill Cowher had a.
Bill Cowher
So
had one.
now
with-
we're talking 6.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they got as many as New England then.
Wow.
Yeah. And
What do you
then
guys think about the Oakland A's moving to Las Vegas?
Fate
I knew
accompli.
that
It's
was
going to happen. It's goodbye. Let me tell you why their fate was sealed. They had a game where they said, "All right, everybody, we're going to have a thing called an anti-boycott. So everybody come out to the stadium. So if you wanted that team to stay in Oakland, you had to pack that stadium. They got like 11,000 people. It's over. It's over. You know,
Yeah.
They don't support the team.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you know what
people-
really hurt them is when the Giants moved to San Jose, because really
Yes.
you know what I mean? Because it was taking over
Yeah.
some of the Oakland market because they're
right,
Yeah.
and nobody
It's not-
knows the way to San Jose. So
Yeah.
San Jose is a larger town than both Oakland and San Francisco.
Do you know the way to
dear.
San Jose?
do you know the
Oh,
way
the way
to
to
San
San Jose,
Jose?
Giants Jose.
Yeah.
Who? The San Jose. Yeah, I know
Let's
Jefferson.
hear it
Yeah.
for Bert Bacharach and Dionne Warwick.
LA is a big.
The late
LA
Burt
is a
Bacharach.
big
Yeah,
free
yeah, yeah.
Put 100. I'll tell you how old that song
$100
is.
to buy a car. In a
Yeah.
week, maybe 2, they'll make you a star.
Thank you
That's
very
why we
much
have
for
to-
your
this is
time.
why we have
Leave
to
your
do this
name with the
live, Dave.
secretary.
All right, yeah, fine. Here's my headshot, damn it. Okay.
Yeah, you know, I love this thing where they say, you know, some of these reality shows are rigged. Really?
Oh my God. Hold on. Let me sit down. Let me get my safety belt on before you say something like that, because that's
Some of these-
obviously.
Some
Well,
of these
some of
reality.
them have to be rigged. You know, when you have a thing like
You
American
know,
Idol,
I knew they were rigged from the very beginning because they always had writers' credits.
they
Yeah.
always had what?
They always
Writers'
had writers'
credits. Writers'
credits at the
credits.
end of the show.
Well,
You know,
but you know, you saw like on American Idol, they'd have like really 6 great singers, and then they had somebody who just was horrible. So of course, they sucked. You know, no, but I was thinking of the show that's not that rigged, and I was surprised is Bar Rescue.
No,
No.
that makes sense.
They've done a couple episodes here in Michigan.
Yeah, they had a guy
Yeah,
here in Ann
yeah.
Arbor. They had him roll through Ann Arbor, and
Yeah.
Didn't work
Yeah,
out
and
so
then he
good
went
for
to
the bar.
jail.
I remember the one in Ann Arbor. They built the bar around the University of Michigan. They made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know
Yeah.
what happened to that? You know what happened to that bar?
Well, I think
Uh,
it went under when they decided to change, when they decided to go in a different direction,
Well,
as they
no,
say.
no. What happened was the owner decided to go in a different erection, and he was arrested for
Exactly.
child porn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he likes to
Oh,
watch
yeah.
kids fuck. I mean,
He was
he-
also smuggling. He was $100,000 behind in taxes.
You
Yeah.
say that like it's a bad thing. I mean,
No. Here's what was bad about the kiddie porn thing. When you're telling the kid, I don't feel what you're doing. So you see there.
oh.
Oh, ouch!
Yeah, that almost eclipses my NPR joke where Terry Gross said children always come first, and I'm like, yeah, they're selfish that way.
Oh.
That one goes over well with the crowd sometimes.
You know,
When I'm trying to walk the room, that's my go-to.
I have this daydream that I'm on Jeopardy, and I get a question wrong, and I go fuck. Sam, Sam, we're going to take a break right now. Why? What the fuck did I do wrong? Huh?
Yeah,
What
what the fuck?
What did I do?
Or do this, somebody else gets a question wrong, and I go, or how did you not know that? God, you're an idiot.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
I just want to turn around and just ask some of the angry lesbians questions that I know will just upset them. And
Did you
I'm
see?
not.
Did you see the person who won big time last week on that show?
No, I haven't got a chance to see Jeopardy in ages.
The person is a non-binary,
Of course.
is referred to as they,
Why not?
and kind of looks like a combination of, there's no other way to put it, just a really unattractive woman with a very short buzz haircut.
The term is unfuckable. I'm pretty sure that's in the dictionary.
But the thing is, she was really I mean, she won big time, but she was really cheerful. I mean, and smart as shit, but really cheerful. Like, like really enthusiastic and what's the word I'm looking for? Annoying as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I just the really, you know what I mean, the Gladys Dykes, the ones that make Louise Fletcher and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest look warm and approachable. The
Nurse
the
Ratched.
ones that, the ones who look like they're carved right out of Mount Rushmore and not animated, and yet somehow or another they end up pushed on camera. With the kind of hair that they go have their hair sharpened. Yeah.
I actually woke Barbara last week because I watch Jeopardy all the time, and somebody, this was the question. It was a good question. This figure on Mount Rushmore is the only one who lived in the 20th century.
It's gotta be Teddy, right?
That's correct, Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
One of the contestants went Washington, and I'm loud, but I was like this. Fucking kill him. Kill this bitch. Kill him. Now, you don't deserve to live. Jesus Christ.
That's
oh my
when they get
God. Where's your
How did
MAGA
he
hat, you
even make
dimwit
the
fuck?
show?
Oh my God. It was,
Did you see? Oh, here's something I saw that was funny.
Don't they
I guess there's somebody that's
terminate people?
there's somebody that's been going to grocery stores and Targets and Walmarts, and they're going to where the aluminum foil is on display, and they've been taping signs that say, "Hey MAGAs, there's enough foil to make 6 hats in this tube."
I told you the story about when Donald Trump Jr. wrote that book, Triggered.
Uh-huh.
Somebody went into a Barnes and Noble here in New York, and this took a lot of work and a lot of time. they replaced the book covers with covers that had the same font, the same print type. Instead, it read, "Daddy, please love me."
Oh, that's oh, that is funny.
Wow.
And people would come into the store and go, "Did he really write this?" Because if that's the book you see, if that's, you know, you didn't know. You know, I mean,
I just would want him to sign the cover. That'd be great.
I'd be amazed if he could do that.
Oh,
But
my
you know, I
goodness.
used to tweet him and say, you know, I say, listen, beyond the fact I think you're disgusting, you do understand that your father will never love you as much as he loves himself, ever. So
Yeah.
why do you do this? Isn't it bad enough you know you're getting married to a woman who is just a total degenerate? Just
Now,
a
you say that
complete-
like it's a bad thing. What's wrong with getting married to a
I say it with
degenerate?
admiration and disgust at the same time.
At the same,
Um,
exactly. Yeah.
You know, the best is yet to come. Oh, please, please, somebody chloroform this whore. Oh my God. Oh God.
God, chloroform. That's my favorite punk band from the 70s. Chloroformed Whore. It was great. I mean,
Which reminds me, on CBS Sunday Morning, they did a segment on Depeche Mode.
Really?
They're talking about another 70s icon. Wow.
And well, you know something amazing. It's not, well, I don't know if you think it's amazing. They still play to sold out stadiums,
Sure.
but
Oh, yeah.
no, not concert halls, stadiums.
Yeah.
Medium.
Yeah, they're huge.
Wow.
Well,
Depeche Mode,
they
is
were
that
great.
like
I
a
mean,
Wolf?
they really were great. And
You know,
one
just-
of them was a heroin addict, and he got clean.
Well,
And then the lead singer was an alcoholic, and he got clean. And the one guy in the band who didn't do any of it died.
yeah,
Wow.
that makes sense. That's exact. Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
Look at
and
you.
Johnny Cash covered one of their songs.
Huh?
Johnny Cash covered one of their biggest hits. He
Really?
did his. Yeah, he did. Johnny Cash did a version of "Personal Jesus" that's actually
Yes,
really
he did.
good.
Yes, he did.
That is
Oh,
really good.
By the way, I don't know if you heard this. Paul McCartney is using, and I'm happy about this, is using AI to recreate John Lennon's voice to create a song.
Oh,
that
that's
they're going
great.
to sing
Wow.
together. So they're going to sing it together. I think that's great. I do.
I'm using Satan worship to channel Yoko Ono to do an entire rock opera.
They haven't
Sorry.
printed the money for me to go see that. I'm going to tell you something. I don't understand. I don't understand. Am I doing this twice?
No, but something's coming through. We're getting the feedback. We're getting the feedback loop.
I don't understand why anybody listens.
He's getting feedback.
I
Oh,
don't
he's gonna
understand
double
why.
feed.
And why I sound like Selma Diamond.
Yeah. Hi. I am coming out of here. There we go.
You know, pretty
Now
soon
the
we're all
news.
going to be doing this. Oh, no, I'm coming through. Okay,
We have the news.
Mark. Is that you, Mark, doing this or no?
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Well, let me
Just-
try.
we're just-
No.
No, are we still vibrating?
I'm gonna bounce out and see if that helps.
Okay.
All right, let's see. No, I'm still doing it.
Now, how about me? Is my voice okay?
Yep.
All right. Well, I don't know, guys. Mark, what's happening?
Yep. There
Mark?
goes Sam.
Sam's gone.
Sam's gone. So, yeah. So, Sam is gone. We have Wesley. Wesley, what's going on with you these days?
Not a damn thing. No,
Damn
see,
it,
I'm
Wesley. We got the one time we can talk to you, Wesley, and now you have nothing to say. It's like,
I never have anything to say. Never. I just sit here with my mouth shut.
well, an audience is always good. But so, did you go up last night? Did you go up and do the stand-up? What happened at the showcase?
No, I
Showcase
was
last night. Oh, well, they're back. Jason, did you go up last night?
No, I had to work out the proving grounds.
Oh, wow. I thought that was like a midnight to 8 a.m.
It is, but I had to get a little rest before I draw. It's not good to fall asleep while you're driving on a 9-hairpin course.
Why, I would say, yeah, that's true. What was keeping you up during the day?
Combination of cocaine, 17-year-old hookers that I picked up at the truck stop, playing old your Rolling Stone albums.
So you're watching TV too much. Is that really true?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. So the safety, it was a MiG that went down over in Belleville.
MiG-23.
Yeah. It's kind of like, wow, it's pretty intense.
And landed the plane landed in somebody's parking lot.
Wow. It's like I think a apartment complex.
Yep.
Man. Wow. I hope that doesn't affect their. Oh, did you go to the air show, Jason?
No, didn't have a chance to. I spent the time working.
Got it. Did you go to the paranormal circus?
I was cast out.
Ah, very good. Just thought I know. It was looked pretty interesting. That was over in the Briarwoods parking lot.
I saw that. They had some barbecue stuff over there too, and as a fat man, I'm sort of preternaturally drawn to such things.
I would say, yeah. Well, I've joined Weight Watchers lately, so I'm using a little app. I'm finding out that the app gives you 63 points, and you can use those up pretty fast with a Cinnabon. But the plus side is you can eat all the fruits and turkey and chicken you want. So
I'm on the Susan Atkins diet myself.
Oh, how's that going?
Well, I don't eat much, but I get to write the word pig in blood on people's doorways quite a bit.
Very nice. That must help a lot. You get to walk around the neighborhood. Get a little.
I feel better.
Yeah, get a little PA on you. Physical activity, very good.
There you go.
Oh, that's helpful. Yeah.
Boy, that reverb is really irritating.
Is it? Oh, me reverb?
It's not you. No, I don't know what it is.
You guys should be forced to listen to this on YouTube.
Everybody else is echoing.
Mark's
good.
just
Put the wind back.
How's it now?
Nice. Maybe it's the rain. Who knows?
You sound
Not
great.
raining.
It's me. Hang on, guys. It's me.
I'm gonna try
I know
to
what it is. I started looking at apartments for rent in Ypsilanti.
Well, I know there's a place where there's a MiG stuck in the parking lot. Take a left turn at that. I think you'll be able to find it. So
It's very inexpensive there.
Yeah. It's not too bad. So, it's very inexpensive. Yeah, that would probably be an understatement. You could probably get an apartment for like $20, depending on where you go. What's that?
15.
15. Yeah, you're right. 15. I was thinking about this other place, the higher level. Yeah.
I was thinking about this other place. The place where it's $20 for rent.
I gotta tell you, $20. You know what I'm saying? It's a rough gig.
I'll tell you something. It was a rough gig. The hat check girl's name was Dominic.
Dominic, yes, I tell you, it's like when I went to Puerto Rico. I got 7 nights, no days in Puerto Rico. Well, what are you gonna do with your days? I don't know, but get the hell out of Puerto Rico. It's like,
there's a comic in Boston, Don Gavin. He goes, I went to Puerto Rico. It's a nice place, but so many goddamn Puerto Ricans. How did they afford it?
Oh man, that's pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah. So let me think about stuff. Oh, so anyway, so the let's see, everything else is going on. What do you think about the Maui the
Horrible.
stuff that happened? Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Have you ever been there?
I have never been there. I was hoping to go sometime soon before I end my knees. I would like to be able to walk in this
We
way.
went to Maui.
Wow.
About 10 years,
Because of that,
20 years ago, and they
because of
had
that,
a
Maui
Halloween festival.
is not just a
And
strain of weed.
it's wonderful. The only thing that wigged me out was one of the people, like they had a family dressed up in soup cans, and their name was Campbell. So that was cute. But the thing that wigged me out was there was a guy, it's Halloween, right? Dressed in full Nazi regalia.
Oh my God!
The swastika, the boots, everything. And I said to this cop, I said, "Can you do anything about that?" He goes, "What can I do?" Because, in Germany, he'd get arrested for that.
Yeah. But here it's a free speech. Bad taste, but free speech. So.
Startling lack of Jews in Hawaii, or else somebody would have killed him.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it depends, what time of year, it's just all, Halloween, maybe not so much, but
it's so sad, man. Like, you people, jumping into the water to avoid being burned.
Yeah, that was like, they were talking about the fact that the wind was hitting it so much. It was mostly like grass, and then it really intensified, and it was just, nobody anticipated it would move as fast as it did.
Jeff Bezos donated $100 million to rebuild it.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a fantastic. It's like him, and I think there's a couple other people putting some more money into it too. But yeah, Bezos right away. Yeah.
You know what amazes me? He's worth over $100 billion, right? Easily.
Yeah.
Right. Why doesn't the guy who owns Amazon? Why doesn't he buy the Amazon jungle?
That would be fantastic. I've always wondered why.
Make it a preserve, and no one can hurt it.
Yeah. I think the Nature Conservancy was supposed to be doing stuff like that, but it's like, I don't know why they can't buy the Amazon jungle. Other than
I guarantee you, Brazil would sell it.
Yeah, I mean, in a heartbeat. They're just the only thing. The reason they're doing it is they want to satisfy the farmers. They want to make farmers be able to go grow crops and whatever, So they
can grow crops. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Mark,
but it's
you have a Nationals T-shirt on. Look at you.
Nationals.
Yep, I'm representing DC, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're saying yeah. So it's
Where
like
did Jason go?
He said he thought it was him, but he
No,
he thought it was him doing the vibration stuff. The reverb.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's Julia Child.
Wish I knew what was going on, actually.
You're trying to contact Julia Child? Oh, save the giblets. There you go, I don't know.
This friend of mine bought one of those stoves you see on TV, on the infomercials. Emerald Bassi sells. He said it was the greatest stove he has ever had in his life. It's a combination of a regular stove and an air fryer and I don't know, something else. Hopefully not a kiln, but
yeah, I don't know. It'd be something kind of like, I think everybody should have that in their house. The air fryer. I've been trying to get one myself. I just don't know what I would fry in there, though. I'm just always like, I'm usually
we have an air fryer. And the thing, well, we have a stove that has an air fryer, but we have an air fryer. And so what we did, I bought these rubberized bowls that you can put in the air fryer and cook in the rubberized bowl, and then the air fryer never gets dirty.
Oh wow. Wow.
Ever.
Oh, never. So you don't have to clean it out. You basically just
That's
leave it.
exactly what I'm saying. Never have to
Wow.
clean it out.
Wow. That I would get it right now because I can't stand cleaning stuff. I mean, the way I usually cook like meats is basically I wrap them up in aluminum foil and stick them in the oven.
My life changed every day. I'm so thankful we got to do that. Oh God, I'm so happy. And the reason I'm happy is there's only one person in this family who cleans the dishes, does the dishes, and empties the dishwasher, and he's talking to you right now.
Yeah. I have been the total bachelor. Just paper plates, one spoon with one spork, one mug. That's it.
One less bell to answer.
Exactly. If nobody's coming over, you're on your own. You know, that's it, man. I have one frying pan. That's it.
Jesus, you are thrifty.
Yeah. I have plates for people who are going to visit, but they have so much dust on them, I have to clean them. So
He's got
One more joke
he's got
before
that
it's
72
time.
square foot studio apartment, right?
yeah.
One more
so-
joke before it's time to go. You ready?
yes.
So I'm on the subway, and I'm sitting down, and this woman is standing in front of me, and she's about 7 months pregnant. And she says, "Can I give you some advice?" And I said, "Sure." She goes, "The next time someone as pregnant as I am is standing in front of you, you should get up and give them your seat." And I said, "Well, can I give you some advice?" She said, "What?" I go, "The next time you get pregnant, make sure the guy has a fucking car."
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Perfect. Yeah, exactly. I gotta just so many people in the back seat does not carry child cars, child
Exactly.
chairs. I was going like, I stopped, say, well, the other guys do it. So no, you're going to stand there in the rain and you're going to learn that this is what parenthood is. You have to have the car seat, and taking care of kids is why you had the kids. Is that right? It just drives me crazy. It's like the conversations in the backseat are just. It's like a saddest case of American democracies. We can't seem to find people who can actually speak the language. Are we close to ending?
Yeah.
We are close because it's 2 minutes to Rachel Maddow.
Oh, well, good. Speaking of lesbians, it's like, so,
Is she gay?
I think no, I don't know. She never admitted.
She is.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
Well, we know. Oh yeah, she definitely is.
She said, people don't realize. They say, you look so pretty. She says, when I'm in regular clothes, I look like a dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Smart person.
I met her though, and she is so nice. She is such a pleasant person.
She seems that way.
Got a handshake that will destroy your grip. I'm telling you now.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it was a Rhodes Scholar.
Yeah, she was very well educated. That's like, I was like, I read a little bit about her history. She was fantastic.
Yeah, but who needs that shit? It's serious.
I don't know. So are we coming? Are we almost there, Mark?
We are.
Do you have any final statements?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we got about 30 seconds left, and I'd just like to thank everybody for showing. If you made it this far, your Constitution is in order, because to listen to this horrible technology that we have,
Gotcha.
and you made it through a whole hour, God love
yeah.
you. Come back. We'll try to get this improved. I cannot fully endorse this at all. I'm going to stop promoting the page until I can get this thing and it sounds right. This just sounds horrid.
But
Yeah.
thanks for everybody that stays with us. I really appreciate it. You guys can stick around afterwards. We can chat. But that's our show. See everybody next week at 8 o'clock.
All right. Thanks, Sam.
Take care, everybody.
You bet.
Goodbye, Sam.